Greetings, everyone. This is Instructor Mustafa coming from MedJ International Services, located right here in the District of Columbia. Today, I want to talk to you about a very important topic, and that is coming off the center line, stepping off the X. And this is for my wearing carriers, my concealed carriers, but just for people that may be fighting or attacked with their hands, with someone else is throwing punches at you, throwing kicks at you, throwing elbows at you, throwing knees at you, finger jabbing you, all these things. Even if they have a pipe, a hammer, any kind of blunt force object that they can hit you with, you have to come off the center line. You want to be moving all the time. Move, move, move until you can get your shot or till you can strike the opponent and take him or her out. I was going to say down, but out. You have to understand coming off the center line is going to save your life. You have to understand that. And you have to practice stepping off the center line. Stepping to the right, stepping to the right, moving back, moving forward. You have to make sure that you practice drawing your firearm when you are deploying these tactics, which is getting off the center line. Even if you're fighting, move to the right, move to the left, go back, move forward, duck down, roll out. You know, you want all these things, protecting yourself at the same time. You always protecting yourself at the same time. You want to make sure that you're off the line. You don't want to be there when it comes. So understanding that, you got to practice. Even when you're at the range and you have limited mobility to move left, right, okay? But you still can step to the left, you step to the right. Instead of standing there, get used to moving your body, because in the fight, it's not going to be like that. Or you're going to die, or you're going to be seriously injured. Or you're going to be maimed, you're going to be wounded. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. You want to, if you have to engage in an altercation, you want to win. You want to win. And the way you win is practice. Practice your techniques every single day. It's dangerous out here. It's always been dangerous out here. But danger is like danger close every time you come out the house. For the everyday people. Not for the people that's affluent and that's rich and that's tucked away somewhere. That's another danger. But for everybody that's walking the streets every day, that get up in the morning, get up in the afternoon, get up at night and have to go outside, things are waiting for you. Things are laying for you. They're awaiting you. And hopefully that you haven't been practicing. Hopefully that you haven't done anything to augment your safety. You haven't done anything. You haven't even picked your gun up. Your gun is tucked away somewhere. So if you do have to use it, if you have it in your holster, whether it's appendage style or 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock, depending if you're left-handed or right-handed, you haven't practiced. So for you to say that if you carry your firearm appendage style here, if you know you have to here, you know, you got to practice that because they're coming. So if your grip isn't good, if you haven't practiced getting your firearm out of your holster and making your presentation ready, taking the shot immediately, and you may not be able to extend here because they're coming so fast. So you got to take your step here. You may have to shoot from right here. But if you don't practice that, you're going to fumble. You're going to have 2 or 3 seconds, and that's going to be the difference. That's going to be the difference of life and death. So you have to understand, you got to practice coming off the center line, taking 2 steps to the right, taking 2 steps to the left, taking 2 steps back, or however many steps you need to take to get out of there. Because you may need to run the cover. But in the midst of you running the cover, you got to take shots. Because cover may be 10 feet away. Cover may be 5 feet away. But in the midst of you moving to the left or to the right, they're there. So now understanding if they're coming at you with a knife, and that's one of the things that's really prevalent. Most people can't afford a gun, but damn, now everybody got a gun now. Seems like every 13-year-old, 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds have firearms. So you got to practice what's going on when you see your attacker, you see the assailant in front of you. First of all, you're supposed to have already deployed situational awareness. So you know your entire landscape. You know what's to the left of you. You know what's to the right of you. You know what's cover over here. You know what's no cover over there. But you still may have to move that direction because depending upon if the attacker or assailant is left-handed or right-handed, you want to move away from his strong side or her strong side. You want to move away from their strong side if they have a knife, because even if you come off the center line and you moving and you move to their strong side, you may shoot them, but they're going to cut you or stab you. They're sprinting at you. They're not walking. They're not jumping. They're sprinting at you. And first, that's what you do if you haven't practiced. You got to practice this. Ladies, if you with your pocketbooks, you got to make sure if your firearm is in your pocketbook, it needs to be ready. And if you have done situational awareness and you feel that you're about to be attacked and you see the miscreant, evildoer in front of you, assessing you, haven't said anything to you, but assessing you, and you see his body language, you see his face, you see his hands, you see his structure, how he's getting pumped up and they're about to do something. You can tell when someone's about to do something. You can feel the energy, but you can look at their posture and determine what's about to go down. Now, you've already made that assessment, so your hand should be on your firearm. You don't have to deploy it, but it needs to be ready to be deployed because, again, if someone has a knife or a blunt force object and they're sprinting at you, you only have maybe a second and a half, maybe 1, 2 before they're on you. And if your firearm is not ready, and if you aren't off that center line, and if you aren't paying attention what firearm, what knife, what sword, what stick, what pole is in their hands, and you move to the wrong side, again, you may get a shot off. Maybe one shot off, but you're going to get stabbed, you're going to get cut. Now, depending upon where you are, where you get stabbed at. So again, stay away from their strong side, but if you do have to go to the strong side, but if you got to make effective moves while moving back and over, because he's coming at you, so you don't want to just move, you want to give him a little something to shake him off so he or she won't know the direction that you're going in. Don't just be, predictable and move to the left. He gonna move to he gonna go to the left where you are. So see what's happening. You see him coming, make a move, step to the side, shoot. Or again, if he or she is coming at you, again, there's no running. There's no running now. It's time to fight. It's danger close. It's time to protect your life. At any cost, you must protect your life. Because that's the most important thing that you have. It's not money. It's not possessions. It's none of that. It's your life. Because without your life, it don't make no difference about all that. Somebody else is going to get that. Somebody you want to get it and somebody you don't want to get it is going to get it. So you got to make good decisions about what you're doing when you're out here. It could be in the house. It could be in the street. It could be at a lounge. It could be at church. It could be at the store. It could be at the grocery store. It could be at the hair salon. It could be at the barber shop. It doesn't make a difference where it is. You must stay ready. But you got to practice coming off that center line. You got to practice moving to your right, moving to your left. Now, if you move to your left or right, you can't cross your feet. You got to step over and move. It's like you walking and running, but you got to make sure you position yourself where you could take that shot. So you always looking at the assailant moving to the right. If you move to the left, you still must be looking at your target, moving to the right, take your position and take your shot. if you move into the front, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. If you're moving backwards, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Because you got to understand, what terrain am I on? Am I on gravel? Am I on dirt? Am I on concrete? Am I on grass? Is there anything beneath me that I may stumble and fall? Again, you have to practice these things. You have to practice these things because it happens just like that. At any time, at a moment's notice, you're under attack. You tried to de-escalate it. You tried to do everything. It didn't work. Or, can I use your phone? Can I get a cigarette? You know, they get these names, these little names, call you men, they call, hey, uncle, or hey, something like that, so they can get close to you. Excuse me, ma'am, can I use your phone? Or can I do this and do that? And you lower your guard and allow them in. Negative. No, I don't have a cigarette. I don't have this. No, I'm good. Thank you. Keep it moving. Now, you see the distance, like my class I teach, the rush, you know, understanding the distance of the threat. How far away is this person from me? How far? Because see, you're thinking one thing, they're thinking something else. They thinking, if I can get close enough to you, I got you. Because they already have their weapon, they have everything, they're ready in their hand already. So they're ready, but you're not. Because you may not even deploy situational awareness. You don't know because you haven't trained. You have to train. You want to save your life, damn it, you better train. Work out. Move to your right, move to your left. Get in the habit of moving to the right, get in the habit of moving to the left. Get in the habit of walking back, get in the habit of moving forward. With the steps that I show you, if you're moving back, toe, heel. So you're on your toe, you put your heel down. Back, you're on your left, toe, heel. Right, toe, heel. If I need to move forward, it's heel, toe. Heel, toe. You can't go toe, heel because you're moving forward. So it's heel, toe. Heel, toe. Heel, toe. Stepping, moving forward. If you need to move forward, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, directly on the center line. Because we can stay on the center line, but even we moving forward, we still may want to zigzag. But privately, we're going forward right to the threat. Take the threat out if that's what's needed to happen. But if not, find you some cover. Get to that cover. Take good shots on the way to get into that cover, or just sprint there and get there and take the necessary cover position by limiting your whole body around there, that cover. Get as much as your body on that cover as possible. Have your firearm presented. You may have to switch it to your other hand, to your left hand, and take the shot. So you got to start shooting left-handed. Also, behind cover, because you may not have a shot on that side when you get there. Listen, understanding the center line is critical. Getting off the center line is imperative. That's going to save your life. Practice that. And I'll be doing some demonstrations on coming off the center line, heel, toe, toe, heel, moving to the right, moving to the left, moving 2 or 3 steps, taking the shot, running for cover, maybe like 4 or 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet or something like that, taking the shot, you know, or just demonstrations of what you need to do, you know, because you need to know how to move with your feet so you won't trip and fall. A lot of you clumsy. So if you don't practice this, your natural instinct, your leg's going to cross over, you're going to trip and fall. Now you got to fight from the ground, which is not a bad place to fight. But if they right there, you trip and fall, you done took 2 or 3 seconds and stuff off your time to get to acquire your target and take your target out. So you got to practice this nice and slow, then medium, then fast. That's how you do. You do it slow, 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 medium, 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 fast, fast, fast. So your brain will connect to what you're doing. That's what we need is stuff. We want to make sure our brain connect to our movement. So we want everything moving together at the same time. So there's no misunderstanding in my body that what I have to do, because I practice this over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you should be practicing with your family. They have to know to get off the center line. They can't just stand there. People get scared. People don't know what to do. Get off the line. Now you can do more things back there standing there other than standing there. Get off the center line. Get off the X. Get off the X. Don't be a target. Don't be a stationary target. Get out the way, because the bullet gonna find you. And you don't want that bullet finding you. Let that bullet find something else. Some other inanimate object or something like that. Not another person behind you. You want to take that person out before that happens. But you have to understand getting off the center line is important. And everybody around you have to get off the center line. So you won't have to make a judgment where I got to go back and get him because she didn't move or he didn't move or something like that. Now both of you can become victims because they didn't move and they didn't do what they were supposed to have done. And you didn't tell them, okay, let's go. We're moving right. Get off the center line. We're moving left. We get off the center line. Moving back. Getting off the center line. Moving forward. Getting off the center line. Remember, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.